person. Like when I'm around my group of friends, like around like comfortable people, like I feel like I can make people laugh. But sometimes when I get really high, I feel like I have good bits.
Yeah.
Like and I'm like, how could you? And then I'll tell someone after I'm not high, and I'm like, yeah, that was not it.
But when you're in the moment, maybe you could have figured out how to translate it. The problem is when you're sober, then you're reading like, what the fuck was I saying? I do that all the time. I have notes on my phone, so I like if I'm out and I just have a crazy idea, I'll write it down on my phone, and then I'll go look at them the next day to see if I mined any gold. I'm like, what do I got? What do I got? But so many times it's like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah, no, I like the way you talk about it though. I think it was even one of the recent podcasts you're saying it's just like such an infant when you have an idea, and then you slowly kind of add to it until it's like the whole bit.
But you never know, because sometimes they come out like full grown.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just pop out of your head. You just have an idea.
Yeah, it's fucking funny.
It's like a full grown idea, but not always. They're all different.
It's a tough job.
I have a weird theory about ideas. It's not substantiated, nor do I expect it to be taken seriously. But I think ideas might be life forms. I think we're very limited in the way we think about life forms. We think of life forms as something that breeds and something that, grows in the ground or whatever. That's what we think of life forms. But if you think about every fucking thing on earth, everything, this microphone I'm talking to, the airplane that got you here, the sneakers that are on your feet, every fucking thing came out of an idea. An idea got into a person's mind, and then that person made that idea. And we're like, people are so creative, and we certainly are. But where the fuck are these ideas coming from? These ideas that manifest themselves in the form of physical things like televisions and automobiles and cell phones. What is that?
So you think they could just be floating around in different dimensions? Maybe if we were on some kind of drugs, we could see certain ideas floating around. You can grab that one, put it in your mind.
It might be that way. It might be that your mind tunes in to these things that are out there. And like the more you can tune in, the more successful you'll be, right? So the more you'll have an incentive to tune in and make more stuff.
Interesting.
And people were rewarded for being successful and making stuff out of ideas.
Yeah.
Fucking weird, right?
I mean, fuck, yeah.
Like, where are they coming from? We're just the most important thing that human life has ever had is ideas.
Yeah.
Because those ideas turned us from these primates living in the jungle, like regular animals, to someone who lives in a fucking apartment building on the 32nd floor and has Wi-Fi. That's what turned us into that. Ideas.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
It might be life forms.
Yeah, I feel like I have very few brilliant ideas. Good, thank God for the people that do figure out the important shit.